All right, let's start the masterclass. First of all, thank you so much for joining the today's masterclass organized by Ellipse Education. All right, first of all, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. I am Abhishek Agrawal. I am a Microsoft certified Azure data engineer. I have done my graduation from an IT Raipur in 2016, and after that, I have total 10 years of experience into Azure data engineering field, right? 1 year, 2 year, I have worked into data analysis and data science field, and then I completely switched my profile into Azure data engineering field, right? So this is pretty much about me. Okay. Let me show you my professional journey, right? So this is my professional journey. I have done my graduation from an IT Raipur in 2016, right? And then I basically done 1 year, 2 year work in uh, my friend's startup. We were trying to do some startup after the college. That didn't go well, so I joined Traction, right? Because demonetization happened during that particular time, and then some so the startup was not working well. So we joined Traction, and then I joined Traction. I started with a very basic 3 LPA package, right? And then I switched from Traction, worked there for 6, 7 months. Then I switched to Sanity, right? Where it is a consultancy firm, which is got merged to Capgemini now, where I basically started doing some data analysis, data science work, right? And then I got a project of Azure data engineering, and I delivered the project after learning that particular project end to end. And then I thought of switching my job to 2021, right? And I got a very good hike in Zevia, joined with 16 LPA package as data engineer, right? Because I was hooked into data engineering because I got a very good hike. And then I joined Smith Detection because like in 2021 itself, I was in a full on interview mode. So I thought of applying for another company, and I got a better job as well, which is a product based company. So I thought of leaving the consultancy firm, and I joined a product based company, Smith Detection. Worked there for couple of years. Then after this COVID got over, I thought of moving myself abroad. And then during this time, I got married as well. So I thought of moving myself abroad just to explore the European market, and then just to explore the new opportunities. Then I started applying job, and I got a job in Northern Tool. But like soon I left the job, I joined Aldi Sud in Germany as a data engineer, right? So this is what I'm doing right now. This is my professional journey. Why I'm showing you this? So that you can relate. I have seen the journey of switching my job from multiple salary brackets, and I know the journey, right? It's not like I I I haven't started very fancy package, so I know how you can switch around, and also how you can switch like from India to Europe as well. I know other market as well, right? Uh, we launched Education Ellipse in 2023. Me and a few of the tutors to basically provide the cloud. Like in 2023, I was a solo tutor, right? And I trained around 200 students in 2023. And I thought of I launched Education Ellipse in 2024 with the aim of like basically providing the cloud data engineering, right? So along with another other tutors, we launched Education Ellipse, where we can provide the training around the cloud data engineering, right? And then till now we trained around 3,000 people globally into cloud data engineering, right? um we started teaching back in 2023 with us. Like a few of our friends lost their jobs, so we started teaching them, and then got a job. So it's just like not not like, hey, we want to make some sort of a ad tech company or whatever. We just like started teaching it, started helping people. We thought of providing it globally as a part-time thing, right? Because we work on a company, and then we do it so that we can help people, basically, right? We help people in learning what we do, so that it can help other people to switch, right? That is what we do. Okay. Now, before we basically start, I am interested to know that what's the general audience today, right? So if it would be really helpful if you guys can write about yourself. For example, like 5 years of experience into SQL, 10 years of experience as an admin, 7 years of experience as a Java developer, 6 years of experience as a Informatica guy. So whatever experience you have, it would be really, really helpful if you guys can write about yourself so that I know about you as you know about me now, right? No experience, BSc, 3 years of Azure integration. Yeah, so please write about yourself. No matter if you're a fresher, if you have 1 years of experience, 2 years of experience, please write about yourself so that I know about you. Okay, so thank you so much for writing about yourself. Let me check the chat, right? So you are some people are a software developer, some people are a SQL developer, some people are a BSc background, some people are non-IT background, some people are .NET background, some people are SQL background, Power BI background, .NET background, data analyst, data science. Okay, so thank you so much about like describing your profile. It is really helpful so that I can design the masterclass accordingly, right? So I have seen people that many of the people like who come and learn data engineering belong from Power BI background, Informatica background, SSIS background, admin background, data analysis background, right? Mainframe background, they have DevOps background, sales background, non-tech background, fresher, right? So many of the people belong from different technology and then they come and learn data engineering. Why they come and learn data engineering, which is particularly cloud data engineering, because it's it's in demand. It's like I have switched my profile as I told you, right, from different job, right? So it's in demand first of all, and like all of these technologies are kind of outdated. You're not getting enough job openings, and then like you are not able to switch. You are struggling a lot. So it's understandable that like many of the people from different backgrounds are coming and learning data engineering. And if you are a fresher, if you are a college graduate, the cloud data engineering is a very good field where it will help you, right? So now, why I'm describing this? Because I want to tell you, you are not alone. Many of the people come and learn data engineering. If you belong from all of this profile, I have seen people come and learn data engineering. So it's completely understandable that you are basically a person who belong from all of this technology and you want to learn data engineering, right? So you're not following any sort of a path which is not followed by the people, right? So I have seen people in 2 to 3 years of career because we trained around 3,000 people globally. So we know the people from different profiles come and learn data engineering, right? So now, like whenever this guys, like whenever all of you want to switch to data engineering, right? What are the general question which you guys might have, right? So these are the general question which you guys have. So like we took this masterclass multiple time in the past and we gathered all the question, right? Multiple times people come and took this masterclass and we gathered each and every question what you guys have, right? So these are the general question. What is cloud computing? Why Azure? Why not AWS? Why not GCP? What is data engineering? Whether to run CI/CD pipeline or not? Whether to learn Power BI or not? What is data engineering? Is itself not clear for you? What are the tools I should learn in data engineering? Right? I am a fresher. Can I learn? I have a experience. Can I learn? I have 5 years of experience. Can I learn? I have 10 years of experience. Can I learn? I don't know SQL. I don't know Python. I know SQL. I know Python. Can I learn? How I can learn? Right, I have a career gap, I don't have a career gap, right? I am from non-tech background, I am from SSIS background, I am from Informatica background, I am from testing background, I'm support background, sales background, marketing background. Can I learn? How I can learn? how much coding is required, SQL is required or not, Python is required or not, how we will do projects, how we will write the product in a resume, how we will handle scenario-based question, right? How we will practice in Azure, what kind of a data set we'll be using, what kind of an industry project we will be taught. Each and every question, we will make sure that you are able to understand in today's masterclass. That is the basic agenda. So the basic agenda of the today's masterclass is make sure that each and every question which you guys have is very, very clear for you. Okay. So we will go through all the questions and then we will try to make sure that each and every question is answered right. Now, what are the general problem which you guys might face, right? When you want to switch. So, like you guys are working on an outdated technology which doesn't have any growth, right? And then there is no clear roadmap to follow. For example, if you want to learn Azure data engineering, what is the general behavior, right? So general behavior is open Naukri, search Azure data engineering here, right? Search Azure data engineering here, search all these jobs here, right? And list down the job for Azure, right? List down the job for Azure data engineering, right? So you keep on searching over here and then list down the job for Azure and list down the tools which is like good for data engineering. For example, Databricks and then Data Factory and then PySpark SQL. Then like um, you have like Fabric, then you have Power BI, then you have like Kafka, then you have SD Insight, then you have so you basically keep on going and then you will list down the tools and technology, then you will search on YouTube, data engineering YouTube, and then you start watching videos, right? Or you go to Udemy, you start like searching for Azure data engineering courses, and then you basically enroll for some sort of a course. So that is the basic thing which everybody can do, right? That is the basic thing which everybody could do. So what is the problem when you basically learn like this, right? What is the basic problem? The basic problem when you learn like this is you won't be able to understand, like first of all this Udemy courses are all the certification courses, right? So this certificate certificate, right? Most of the courses are certification basis, and at the same time none of the course provide the real world project experience, right? And then also you won't be able to understand as per your profile how much you need to learn, and then if you have some sort of a doubt how you can interact with the person, right? All those problems are there, right? So now what is the solution of it? The solution of it is like the problems are there are you are confused, you all are working professionals, some of them are a fresher, but you are really confused because you will invest too much time in research and then you will learn, right? So that's the basic problem. So what is the solution of it? Solution of it is like this approach is basically look for a tutor who can guide you, right? Look for the tutor who is in the relevant skill, who is in the same path, who can guide you, right? If you are not going with me, you can go with anyone, but better option is to go with someone who can guide you along the way, who can like hold your hand and then tell you that hey, this is what you need to learn. Similar to suppose if I want to build education ellipse, right, along with my friends or along with my colleagues, I need to really understand how it can be done. So I will go to the person who has done it in the past and understand how it can be done so that I am fast, I can do it fast, right? So similar to this, whenever you are in college, you go to a topper and ask them what is the important question you need to learn, right? So that you get good marks. So you need to go to the someone who is professional and then who can guide you along the way, right? So that's the solution of it. Okay. Now I have guided many people in the past, right, who basically belong from different fields and then were able to get a job of a as a data engineer, right? So many of the people has already done in the past. For example, Harsit, who was doing masters in London in data science, right? And then he came to me, he pinged me on 2023 itself. Hey Abhishek, I am like I want to get a job as data engineer. I provided him the training, and then he got the job in Expelio at working at 50 LPA package. Jaskaran, who got a job, who basically got two opportunity with Coforge and Fractal. I was working with Zebia at that particular time. Why I was earning some like Zebia and Smith detection. I was earning 20 LP package. He came to me. He was working at 7 LP package. I trained him. He He was able to secure better package than me. I was very happy. And then Badal, who is one of my student, he basically was like done Azure data engineering course with us, regularly giving the interview, got a job in Eon. We know who was from our marketing background, right? Currently working in respiratory detection. Same in he got a job in same company where I'm working, right? And then Ritu, who got a job in CGI, was again from a commerce background, got a job as a data engineer, right? So it's basically doable, and many of my students has already done in the past, followed the roadmap, and then was able to do it, right? So you can also do it. Okay, so now before we understand, now you can ask Abhishek, what is this roadmap you're talking about? What these guys learned, right? And how I can do it, right? So to understand this, it's very, very important to understand what is cloud, right? So like we will understand the roadmap, but before understanding a roadmap, let's try to understand what is cloud. Let's try to understand what is cloud computing. Let's try to understand what is data engineering, right? And then we'll understand what are the tools to learn on all that we will learn. Okay. So let's start with what is cloud first of all. Okay. Uh, all right. So let's just start with what is cloud, and I will take this masterclass in a way that it's very, very simple to understand for everyone. Okay. So don't worry about it. So what is cloud, right? So cloud is nothing but you're not using your computer, you're using someone else's computer paying for it, right? For example, when I was in college, I used to go to an internet cafe, pay them 20 rupees an hour, and used to use their computer, right? Why? Because I don't want to purchase my own computer because it's costly and I cannot maintain the hardware, right? So that is why I used to go to an internet provider and then I used to go to them and then used to use their computer, right? And pay them 20 rupees an hour. If you think about it, it's nothing but beside that, you're going to a cloud service provider, asking them for a particular like computer, and you're paying them as much as you use it. The practice of using a network of remote server hosted on internet to manage process data rather than your local computer. You're not using your computer, you're using someone else's computer, paying for it as much as you use it. That is what the cloud is, okay? Now, what is the difference between cloud and on-premise? So just to understand this, I will again give an example. Example is when I was in college, I used to use pen drive, CDs, DVDs, right? Now I no longer use them. Why I no longer use them? Because if my pen drive is lost, all the data will be lost. The data loss and recovery is difficult. If my pen drive is corrupted, right, everything is lost, right? So that is all that. Then again, I will use the data, right? If my pen drive is full, I need to go to the market, purchase a new pen drive, right? So nowadays I no longer use that. I don't do that, right? I basically use a Google Drive location where I can upload the data, where I can share the data, where I can collaborate with people, right? That is what I can do in the cloud, like in Google Drive, right? So that is why every individual is moving to the cloud, and that is why all the companies are also moving to the cloud because of these advantages. That is what the cloud is. Okay. Now why Azure, right? Why you should learn Azure, right? Let's try to understand this. Okay. So if you have AWS, if you have GCP, why you should learn Azure, right? So just to understand this, I will give you an example. So back in 2012 and 13, right, when I was in college, I was using the products provided by Microsoft, right? Suppose like they have a very good products, right? Suppose they have an operating system first of all, and then every company uses a Microsoft product. Like along my in my 8 to 9 years, 10 years of career, wherever I was working, I was always using a Microsoft product, right? So they have a very good corporate ecosystem, right? And at the same time, Microsoft is heavily investing in OpenAI and ChatGPT, right? And then they have a very good security compliance policies as well. They have a hybrid cloud setup, right? They have a flexible pricing. They have scalable data lake. They are building Synapse and Fabric. They are integrating Databricks. They have a global reach. They have a DevOps setup. They have a real-time processing. They are providing a very good visualization tool. They have a purview. They have a very good data catalog, right? So the reasons go it has like I have 15 reasons to prove that, right? But why I feel Azure is better because it has a good opportunity. They are heavily investing in OpenAI and then they have very good products, right? Now, AWS is also good, GCP is also good. If you invest time in learning AWS, if you invest time in learning GCP, that is also pretty good, right? But why Azure? Because of this advantage which I told you, right? All right. So now, like now let's try to understand what is data engineering, because why it's also important to understand what is data engineering, because sometimes people come to me and say that Abhishek, Like, do you teach CI/CD pipeline? Do you teach ML ops? Do you teach like machine learning? Do you teach Power BI? Do you teach networking? Do you teach security? And when I ask them they which particular job role you're looking for, right? So they tell data engineering, and I will tell you none of them is data engineering. Okay, so it's very very important to understand what is data engineering so that you're learning what is important rather than learning what is not important. Because learning is an endless process. You can learn 10 different things, right? But you need to be really focused because you want to switch quickly as fast as possible. You don't want to learn for 1 year and then switch, right? And it's highly like difficult to learn for 1 year and then switch. You will lose motivation, right? So it's very important to learn relevant skill set rather than learning everything, right? So what is data engineering? Let's try to understand this so that you're focused, you're learning what is important rather than learning everything, right? So what is data engineering? So to just to understand this, I will give you an example. For example, I was in college when I was doing a startup, for example, I am opening some sort of a restaurant, for example, right? So in one restaurant I opened in like in suppose in Delhi, I opened a restaurant, I stored the data in SharePoint. And in I opened a restaurant in Hyderabad and I stored the data in Oracle. And I opened another restaurant in Mumbai and I stored the data in SQL Server, right? So I have many restaurants, or all of these restaurants' data is stored in different locations, right? And after 4 to 5 years, what I want to do, I want to move the data to a cloud location. Why I want to move the data to the cloud location? Because of this advantage. Easy to collaborate, easy to maintain, upgrade is very easy. That is why I want to move the data to the cloud location. And also at the same time, to analyze the data. Suppose if I want to understand total sales of 3 to 4 years, I need to collate the data at one central place, right? So I need to collate the data as well. So I have two purpose. First is cloud advantage. Second is I want to store the data in one central location so that I can analyze the data. So if you think about it, that is what the data engineering is, right? So data engineering is nothing but data movement, data moving the data from one point to another and transforming the data. Transforming means if you move the data to do the analysis as well, you need to transform, you need to join the data, right? So transformation as well, right? So what is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but data movement and data transformation. That is what the data engineering is, right? So what is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but data movement and data transformation. You can also call it a ETLT, and you can also call it ETL, right? So you can call both of them, right? So what is data engineering? Data engineering is finding right data for data analysts and data scientists, right? So as a data engineer, you will not work on Power BI report. You will basically provide the data. Like I will, like as a data engineer, I will provide the restaurant data. Like I will combine the data. I will make the ready for the analysis. So my job is to make the data ready for the analysis, not do the analysis, right? My job is to not do the prediction. My job is to provide data for the prediction. So sometimes people come, Abhishek, what will happen when AI will come? So the AI also needs data so that it can be trained, right? So it needs pipeline so that the AI models can be trained, right? So data engineer job is not going anywhere. Data engineer job will be always there because you support data analysts, you support data scientists so that they can do analysis on top of it. So data engineer job is not going anywhere, okay? So what is data engineering? Data engineering is building at a ETL pipeline, develop ETL pipelines, right? And support data analysts and data scientists, maintain data marts, make sure that code quality is good, make sure data quality is good, optimize the cost of the pipeline, right? Implement data governance policies, right? So what is the job of a data engineer? Data engineer core job is to build pipelines, data movement, data transformation pipeline, and provide data for data analysis, data science, data scientists, right? And make sure data quality is good, make sure the code quality is good. That is the job of a data engineer. What is not data engineering? ML models are not data engineering. Building reports are not data engineering. CI/CD is not data engineering, right? In some of the job role, they might ask you for the CI/CD, right? But they don't like if you say that, yeah, I don't know CI/CD, it's not like you won't be hired, right? Or something like that. In very few crazy company, they probably will reject you for CI/CD pipeline if you don't know about it. But if you know basics of a CI/CD pipeline, it should be enough, right? So CI/CD is not a part of a data engineering because that is a job of a DevOps engineer, right? You will see many people in the market that they say that I will teach you CI/CD pipeline. They take one class, they teach you CI/CD pipeline. It is not CI/CD pipeline. It's just basic some sort of a thing, right? If you go to YouTube, you can just like search CI/CD and you can learn CI/CD from there as well. It will not help you in real time implementation. So CI/CD is not data engineering. I never learned CI/CD, but still I'm able to switch jobs, so it's not important. So designing front-end application, writing codes, and then all this infrastructure security, all this is not data engineering. Okay. So what is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing, it's nothing but data movement and data transformation. That is what the data engineering is. Okay. Now let's try to understand. Hey Abhishek, I understood what is data engineering, but now what are the tools important to learn data engineering? Let's try to understand this, right? So these are the tools which is important to learn data engineering: Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, Data Lake, DevOps, and Synapse Analytics, along with Fabric. These are the tools which is important for data engineering, right? So suppose these are the tool which is also there, right? So here, if you see these tools are also here: Data Factory for data extraction, loading and transformation, right? So these are the tools which is also there for data extraction, for data loading, for transformation, right? So these are the tool which is also there, right? So I'm just trying to list down these tools over here, right? I'm just trying to list down the tools over here: Data Factory, Synapse Analytics, Databricks, Data Lake, SQL DB, DevOps. All these tools are really, really important to learn data engineering, right? Now you can again tell Abhishek, you basically told us limited skill set, right? But like uh, you told us that you will tell us limited skill set, right? But you are again telling us 6 to 7 tools to learn, right? How, which are the tools which is really important, because I cannot focus on 7 tools again, right? So if you ask me what are the really important tools to learn: Databricks, Data Factory, SQL DB, and along with that some sort of a Spark or Python knowledge, right? So if you learn this, it should be enough. Okay. Why I'm saying this? Because if you go to Naukri, right, and if you see the job opening: Synapse Data Factory, PySpark Data Factory, Databricks, Data Factory, Data Factory, Data Factory, Databricks, right? So in all the job role, in 90% of the job role, they will ask you, 95% of the job, they will ask you Data Factory, Databricks. And if you learn this, you can easily build pipeline Synapse. You can easily build pipeline Fabric, right? And if you learn Databricks, you can easily work with AWS Databricks. You can also work with GCP Databricks. You can also work with Spark, right? So that is a building block. If you learn Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, and Python, it should be enough, right? So these are the tools which is important to learn: ADF, SQL or Python, Databricks or Spark. So you have to really focus upon ADF, SQL or Python, Databricks and Spark. That is the important tool to learn. Now, let's try to understand what is ADF, what is Databricks, what is Spark. Let's try to understand this. Okay. So this is how the ADF looks, right? One second. So this is how your data factory looks, right? Let me open this. Let me open like another space if it is not opening. One second, guys. I don't know what's happening, but let me try to open it again. Okay, anyways, I think there is some sort of problem. Like, I'm not able to open Data Factory, but I will try in some other time. And then I will try to open and show you. But Data Factory is a place where you can create data pipelines without writing any code. So you can drag and drop the activities, and then you can create a pipeline in Data Factory very easily, right? That is what you can do. Okay, and then this is how Data Factory looks, right? ADF UI. Right, let me show you the UI. Data Factory UI looks like this, right? So what you do over here, you basically drag and drop the activity in this pane, and then you create the pipeline. Like you create your source and sink pipeline. Suppose your source in this particular diagram, the source can be your source can be SQL Server, source can be SQL Server, and sink would be data lake, right? So here you don't write any code and you create data pipelines here. Data pipeline is nothing but data movement pipeline. That is what you create here, and you orchestrate the end-to-end flow. That is what you do in Data Factory. Okay, so Data Factory is a place where you don't write any code and you can still build pipeline. Suppose if somebody comes to me and say that Abhishek, I don't write and I don't know how to write code, how to start. So you can start with Data Factory because it's a no code tool. Here you don't write any code and you can still build your pipeline, right? So that is what you do in Data Factory. Okay. Now you know how to build pipeline in Data Factory, then uh, so in ADF you can build pipeline, right, by without writing any code, right? So now, and then this ADF is needed for data migration, for data movement that is needed, right? So for if you want to move the data from point A to point B, you need Data Factory that is needed. So as I told you, data engineering is nothing but data movement, data transformation. So if you know how to build pipeline in ADF, you can also build pipeline in Synapse. You can also build pipeline in Fabric, right? So ADF is a tool which you can learn if you don't know code, right? Sometimes there is also perception that, hey, Abhishek, like I don't know how to write code, and also in Data Factory we don't write any code, right? So is it really helpful? Because sometimes people have a perception that writing code itself will can like make your profile better, right? So I started my career as a Data Factory developer only, right? So in Data Factory you can easily, like, you will understand how to create an end-to-end pipeline. So Data Factory is one of the best tool to learn, which will help you to like understand the end-to-end workflow, right? So that is why Data Factory is very, very important. Okay, let me try to close browser. I want to show you guys so that it's clear for you, but it's not opening, so I will try it again by quitting everything. Okay, anyway, some sort of weird thing is happening. Data Factory itself is not opening, but not a problem. Data Factory is a tool where you can create pipeline without writing any code. That is what you can do in Data Factory. Now in SQL DB, what you can do, you can basically transform data, right? So for data learning data movement, Data Factory is a tool where you can do data movement, right? When you want to work upon data transformation, you can basically write data transformation using SQL in over here, right? And in SQL databases, you can write your SQL queries and then you can do the data transformation using SQL. That is what you can do, right? So now, what are the tools are important? ADF is important. ADF, you basically do data movement without any without writing any code. Then you should learn SQL or Python, right? One of the coding language, if you know SQL or Python, it is fairly good enough, right? Either you become good in SQL, you learn basics about Python, you become good in Python, you learn basics about SQL. Because nowadays the code has been written by OpenAI, ChatGPT, uh, and then in Databricks they included agentic code writing as well. So it's very convenient nowadays. So if you know like basic transformations such as how to do window function, how to do joins, how to do aggregation, having where clause, right? So all that if you know, you can easily it's enough, right? So that is what I want to communicate. So for doing data transformation, SQL or Python is required, right? And SQL always and always does the single machine processing. SQL always does the single machine processing. That is what SQL does. Okay, SQL basically does a single machine processing. So here you can write your SQL, like here you can write your SQL queries, and you can do single machine processing over here. But when you have big amount of data, you cannot process the data in single machine, which is using SQL. That you cannot do. So for that, you need a multiple engine processing. That is what you need, right? So what you basically need to do, you need to do the multiple engine processing, right? Multiple engine processing, which means, for example, let me show you. So this is a multiple engine processing. For example, if you have a problem statement and if you want to process the data, right, your Spark does the multiple engine processing. So what it will do, it will divide the data into different workers and then processing will happen, which may make your processing faster. Suppose if I have a box of coin and if I want to count box of coin, what I will do, I will divide box of coin into different workers, which will make my processing faster. That is what happens in Spark, right? And then Spark, so suppose if you go to Spark Wiki, for example, right, Spark Wiki, if you go, Spark Wiki, right? So here you can see like using Spark, you can write your Spark code in Python, you can write Spark code in SQL, you can also write Spark code in Scala, you can also write Spark code in Java, right? So Spark is open source. Spark Wiki, if you do, Spark is open source. It is the open source unified engine, large scale data processing, right? And Spark can be run in any platform. In Databricks, it can run in Glue, it can run in Snowflake, it can run in Fabric, it can run in Synapse, it can run. Why we are focusing on Databricks? Because Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark. So suppose if you do this, Databricks wiki. So Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark. So when it comes to Spark processing, Databricks is much more mature tool when you want to do Spark processing. That is why we are focusing on learning Databricks, because Databricks is much more mature tool when you want to do Spark processing, because it's created by creators of Apache Spark itself. Okay. All right. So now what are the tools important? ADF, SQL, Python, Databricks, and Spark is important. ADF is important because here you do data transformation, SQL or here you do data movement, SQL or Python for data transformation, and Spark for big data processing, right? Now, if I show you the core scale in 2030, you can see AI and big data are topmost in the chart, right? So this is the graph which is released by World Economic Forum. So AI and big data will be the next big thing, right? So suppose now, like in Databricks, you have a Spark processing, you also have a agentic integration nowadays, right? Agentic Databricks also is there. So now, if you learn Databricks, it is much more like very much in demand now, right? And then it has a very good features as well, right? So it will help you to learn big data processing with Spark, and you can also learn AI agents as well going forward. Okay. All right. Now, just in summary, let me summarize everything for you so that everything is clear for you, right? So now, like this is a summary. Why cloud, right? So I'm just going from the beginning. Why cloud? Because easy to collaborate, easy to maintain. What is cloud? You're not using your computer, using someone else's computer, paying for it as much as you use it. Why Azure? Because every company uses a Microsoft product, right? And it has a ChatGPT integration as well. What is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but data movement, data transformation, data movement, data transformation, right? For data movement, you need to learn data factory, right? And then you can easily work with Synapse, you can easily work with Fabric and data factory. For learning data factory, there's no coding required. For data transformation, you need to learn SQL or Python, right? Either you can transform data using SQL or you can transform data using um, Spark, right? So suppose SQL is a single machine processing, Spark is a multi-engine processing. If you learn Spark, that will help you in Glue, that will help you in Fabric, that will help you in Synapse, right? The knowledge of Spark will help you everywhere. Now, if you learn Spark, the knowledge of Spark will help you everywhere, right? And at the same time, um, um, why we are learning Databricks? Because Databricks is much more mature tool when you want to do Spark processing, right? So that is why we are learning Databricks. Okay. All right. Okay. So now, like just in summary, right? I provided a summary already, right? This is so what are the tools important to learn? ADF, Databricks, SQL, Python, and Databricks. That is an important tool to learn. Now, what is the roadmap suggested by us, right? So let me show you the roadmap suggested by us and the roadmap which has been followed by different people in the past and got a job. That I will show you, right? What we suggest now. Okay. So we have different roadmaps, right? We have different roadmap. First of all, we have this Azure data engineering roadmap, right? So let me show you that. We have this Azure data engineering roadmap. Let me take some questions before this. Is Kafka Airflow Snowflake is required? No, Kafka Airflow Snowflake is not required because Airflow, like similar to Airflow, you are learning Data Factory. Similar to Snowflake, you're learning Synapse Analytics, right? So these tools are not required, okay? Because you're learning similar tool in Azure, so that is not required, okay? Spark is like HTML. No, Spark is not like HTML. HTML is a like a Spark is a processing data processing language. HTML is not a data processing language, okay? So as a fresher, it's really hard to get a job of a data engineer, but for experienced people, how will justify the gap to become at least 2 to 3 years of experience in DE? I will describe you this. Don't worry, I will describe you this. So we have different roadmap. For example, we have this Azure data engineering roadmap, right? So which provides you 3 years of experience, and we will learn ADF basic to advanced. We will learn ADF Databricks basic to mid. We will learn Synapse basic to mid. Will run warehousing basic to mid. You will do 3 projects with us. The benefit of it is you learn data migration, you learn full load, you learn delta load. You do one project on ADF, you do one project on Databricks, you do one project on Synapse. It gives you 3 years of experience. What does it mean? It basically means that like once you learn this particular course, you are eligible to write 3 years of experience in your resume. For example, if you have 5 years of experience as a data analyst, you can write 3 years of experience as a data engineer and 2 years of experience data analyst. You can go to the job and you can find the job. You will be able to answer all the interview questions, and once you get a job, you will be able to deliver the project as well, right? That is what it will help you. Um, right now, how does this a course curriculum looks, right? So let me show you the course curriculum now. So here you can go, you can choose this Azure data engineering course, right? You can go down, right, and you can basically see this. It's a 3 project. It will help you to gain up to 20 LPA package. You learn from scratch. You do 3 projects, right? We have a 7-day refund policy as well. We have a price match policy as well. You can download the syllabus from here and you can go through the syllabus, right? It is a 2 months Azure data engineering program. You learn about Azure fundamental, you learn about data lake, you learn about full load, delta load, recursive copy, Git integration. cherry pick, git push, right? And then you learn about how to do git merge, all that. Then you learn about parameterization of pipeline, logging feature in data factory, how to do create logs in data factory, keyword integration, if else activity, triggers, synapse analytics, fabric, slowly changing dimension, SCD implementation, data factory. You do through project with us. You do 3 project with us, right? And then this course goes for 2 months, right? You learn 2 months with us, right? And then you basically build project with us for 2 months, right? That is what you do. Okay. Now this is a Azure data engineering program which goes for 2 months. You build 3 projects with us, right? And then this for this particular batch, we do have two timings. Okay, we have you can start from 30th of March, which is on Monday, right? And then we have two timing. We have a morning timing which is 8:30 a.m. IST. The class will happen every day 1 hour except Wednesday, right? It will happen. And then we have a evening timing as well, which is 30th of March, but 10 to 12 classes has already happened, right? So we will give you the recording for this. We will also enroll you for the future batch for this, right? So you can just go through the recording, and we will also give you the option to enroll for the future batch. Now we have another program, which is a Databricks and Spark program, right? So this program is recommended for anybody who is looking for Spark processing, PySpark knowledge, big data processing, right? So this will also give you 3 years of experience. Here the focus is to learn Databricks and Spark fully, right? Like in detail, right? Here also you learn about Databricks, but basics you learn. But this is the detailed Databricks program where you learn about Databricks, Spark architecture, Unity Catalog, Medallion architecture. You do 3 projects with us. You learn about Databricks, you learn about Spark processing, right? And the benefit of doing this is you can apply any job related to database. You can apply a job related to AWS Databricks, GCP Databricks. The knowledge which you'll get over here will help you to learn Spark processing in detail. The basic knowledge about SQL and Python is required for this. If you become a Databricks developer as well, it will help you to gain 35 LPA, like 10 to 15 to 20 LPA package. You can either like for um, this Databricks particular batch will start from 12th of April, 9 a.m. IST weekend timing, right? This will be the weekend timing. It will start from 12th of April, right? This this is not like this. This is wrong here. The first one is wrong here. It will start from 12th of April, 9 a.m. IST. Okay, so this is the start date for this. Okay. Now let me show you the curriculum for this. Okay, it is a weekend timing. So let me show you the curriculum for this. This is the curriculum for this. Okay, so suppose what we will learn here. So we learn about Databricks workspace like clustered administration, RDD data frame API, conversion of PySpark to Pandas, Pandas to PySpark, data lake, Unity catalog, modular architecture, types of different views, managed table, unmanaged table, JDBC connector, Databricks CLI, Unity catalog, SCD implementation, lakehouse architecture, autoloader, dynamic partition pruning, directed acyclic graph, predicate push down, projection push down, repartition collage, salting, how to process big files, right? And then you'll do 2 projects with us. This is the first project, this is the second project, right? So you do 2 projects with us, right? So this is the Databricks program, which is a weekend program. It will start from 12th of April, 9 a.m. IST will be the timing for this, okay? Now we have a combined course curriculum, right? Where somebody says that Abhishek, I want to learn both of them, right? I want to learn like really both of them, right? So you can enroll for a combined course curriculum, right? So you will gain 5 to 8 years of experience. You learn about both of them, right? You do 6 projects with us, you learn about full load, data migration, right? You can expect more than 25 LPA package. The batch will start from Monday, 8:30 a.m. IST is the timing, right? Or you can also join a weekend batch, will start from 12th of April. You will learn Databricks first, and then you will learn Azure Data Engineering after that, okay? All right. So this is the combined course curriculum. Now this is the comparison, right? So Azure Data Engineering comparison, Azure Data Engineering course is for anybody who is doesn't know coding and then starting on Azure, right? Less experience. Databricks is Spark is for someone who know coding, and then want to really learn big data processing, combined courses curriculum is for someone who wants to learn both of them or are experienced professionals. Okay. All right. So now this is how the combined course curriculum looks, right? So the combined course curriculum looks like this. Let me also show you the combined course curriculum. It's just a combination of both of the course curriculum, right? So this is how the combined course curriculum looks. So you learn about Azure fundamental, you learn about copy data activity for each loop, parameterization, lookup activity, delta load, and then Git integration, key vault, solid changing dimension, if else activity, right? You learn about data factory, you learn about Databricks, you learn about Synapse. You learn for Databricks and Spark for 2 months, right? And then you do 2 projects with us, right? So this goes for 4 months, right? This goes for 4 months. So Azure Data Engineering goes for 2 months, Databricks Spark goes for 2 months, but combined course curriculum goes for 4 months, right? All right. Now let me also show you. So now sometimes people are confused that, hey Abhishek, like how I can show my experience. For example, if you are a Power BI developer having 5 years of experience, you are expecting 20 LPA package. So what you can do, you can learn after our training. What you can do, you can show 2 years of experience in Power BI, 3 years of Azure data engineering experience, and then you can target up to 20 LPA package, right? And after our training, because we are teaching you everything, whatever is required to train, right? We are teaching you everything. So what you can do, you can learn with us, and then you can like switch the job, and then you will be able to answer all the interview question. You will be, once you deploy to the project, you will be able to answer, you will be able to handle the project as well at the same time, right? And now suppose if you're an Oracle developer having 10 years of experience, you're expecting up to 30 LPA package. So after the training, what you can do, you can show 6 years of experience as a Oracle developer, 4 years of Azure data engineering experience, right? And you can target the same package. That is what you can do, right? And many of the people has already done in the past, which I was showing, right? Now, sometime people ask, Abhishek, what kind of a data we'll be using, where we will practice. So we'll be using all kind of data, right? 10 million file, 20 million file, 30 million file. We'll be using different kind of a CSV file. We will use different kind of a XML file, complex JSON file, CSV file, Parquet file, right? So we'll be using different kind of a file format, which is being used in real-time world, right? So 1,000 small files, right? So we'll use different kind of a file format, and then we will try to transform the data. Sometimes people ask, Abhishek, where we will practice. We will practice in Azure cloud environment, which comes with 1 month of free subscription. We will practice over here, which comes with 1 month of free subscription. After 1 month, you can upgrade your account to pay as you go, which will cost you 500 to 600 rupees a month, not more than that. Okay. And I will guide you how you can practice in that much amount, right? That I will also guide you. Okay, and if you don't want to create the account, you can upgrade your account. Like you can upgrade your account to pay as you go, or you can also purchase another subscription by using another credit card or debit card, right? That also you can do. Okay. Now, like many of the people has followed the roadmap and also got a job. For example, Kiran, who was one of our student, right, was was working in not not really technical field on Suma Soft Private Limited, and then he switched the job and got a job in Five India, and then he again switched and got a job in Collabora Digital, right, and working as data engineer right now. Just Karan, which I was giving example, right? He was working with TCS in the past, right? And then he contacted me around this particular timing, right? 2020 to 23. And then he basically got a job in Coforge, and then again switched, got a job in MC Chain, right? And working as data engineer right now. Then Harshit, who who like previously were doing masters in London, right? Masters in data science in London, and then got a job in Expelio and working as data engineer right now. Deepak, who is our one of the student, like uh, working as software engineer and then got a job at State Street and working as data engineer right now. Abhinav, who is from a marketing background, right? Marketing background, working in Impact Guru, switched the job and working as data engineer right now. Right. So all of these people are from different profile, and then they learned data engineering and was able to switch to data engineering. Let's suppose Riti is from commerce background, was able to learn and switch data engineering. So I'm showing you different profile. Reason being that you can also learn and switch to a different profile. Right. It's completely doable. For example, Badal, who was working as a IT consult analyst in TCS and got a job in Eon and working as data engineer right now, right? So it's doable, and also you can do it. Okay. Now, if you want to enroll for our program, which is given by us and provided by us, right? You can also enroll for the program, right? Now, this is the program which we have, right? As we have a Azure Data Engineering program, you can start from 30th of March, 8:30 a.m. IST. Only one introductory class has been done, which I will give you the recording, and then you can start joining from Monday, right? Timing is 8:30 a.m. IST, right? The original price is 20,000 rupees, but you can get it in 17,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now, rest after a week. Azure Databricks Spark is a weekend batch. Will start from 12th of April, 9 a.m. IST is the timing. Original price is 20,000 rupees, but you can get it in 17,000 rupees. If you want to enroll for the combined course curriculum, you can either enroll for a morning batch, you can also enroll for the weekend batch, right? Evening batch, only like 10 to 12 classes are done, right? So if you're okay with that, we'll give you the recording, and also we'll give you the option to enroll for the future batch as well. The original price is 40,000 rupees. You can get it in 30,000 rupees. You need to pay 15,000 rupees now. Rest when after a week, right? Now I will send you the payment link if you want to enroll for the program, right? And then we'll give you the Q&A. We'll take some Q&A sessions so that you can clarify all the questions regarding the course curriculum, any doubt regarding your profile or anything of that sort, right? Give me a moment. Now, if you want to get the any recording, right, any other recording, you can also get the recording directly from the website, right? Now, if you have any question regarding anything, you can also, and all these courses are coming with 7-day refund policy with price match policy as well, right? So if you are not comfortable, you can also get the refund in 7 days. All right. Anybody has any question, guys, which I can answer? One second, I will give you the chance so that you can. Okay, I have given you the unmute option.
Hello, Abhishek. Please on this side. So I just want to ask about the SQL Python. Will you not cover SQL Python?
I will not teach SQL and Python. Why I will not teach SQL Python? Because it doesn't help like that. Like many of the training institute, what they do, they take 3 hours of SQL or 3 days of SQL program where they teach you the syntax of SQL. But SQL is a language which you will learn by practicing it. So we will give you the SQL recording if you want. You can like get the SQL recording from us, or you can also get a Python recording from us, or you can also enroll for separate SQL program. We are offering a separate SQL program which is starting in some time. You can also enroll for that. But as a part of this program, we don't teach SQL. Either you can get a recording, you can also enroll for the live program. But
And Python
as
is
part
also
of
required for the PySpark.
uh, Python is required for PySpark, or you can also write, like suppose if you know basics about Python, like basics about Python would be taught. But the PySpark syntax, why we will tell you that, hey, this is the syntax which we are writing in PySpark, this is the meaning of it. So you can slowly grasp it while practicing in Databricks. But we will not teach you what is list, what is tuple, what is NumPy, what is pandas, all that we will not teach you.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay, so
So is
basics
there any
about
separate
Python.
recording as well for the available for the
Yeah.
Python?
Yeah, so you can get the recording for SQL and Python. SQL we charge 1,500, and Python also we charge 1,500, and we give you the recording and you can learn from that. It's a very good recording taught by Khan sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Oh, also, I'm in working at a non-IT background as a education counselor. So how do I show my experience if I'm changing into the IT, like as a data engineer?
Educational counselor you're working.
Yeah, right.
How much experience you have?
Approx 11 years.
Okay. And you're working in a company or you're working as a teacher? Like,
I'm working in a company, University of Wollongong, Australia.
mhm. So in the university, you can show that you have done a project under a professor, probably. That is what you can show, is what I feel. And then you can project your profile as data engineer. You can show that in your university, you basically taught or you done the project under a professor, and then you can project your profile as a data engineer that you have delivered some project for the university. Also, university also has some data, right? Like for
Right,
example,
correct.
university also has a data, so you can tell that this project I have done in my university, and I have migrated the university data to this place under a professor. I have done it. This is how you can portray, and you can write our project because the architecture diagram which we are teaching you, it is basically relevant for all the industry, right? So you can replicate in your industry, and I will help you for that.
Okay. Also, is there any placement cell available service like
We don't have any tie-up
placements?
with any company directly, right? We
Okay, okay,
basically teach you. You need to apply by yourself. We can give
okay,
our references, whatever references we have, but we don't have a direct tie-up with the company, so we don't schedule interview directly. You need to apply by yourself, but we will teach you.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Anybody has any doubt?
Hi Abhishek,
Yeah,
this is
hi.
Ajay.
Yeah.
So on an average, like how many students can I expect in daily classes?
It depends upon which course you enroll for, which course you're interested.
Both
Combine one.
combined? Yeah,
And you're interested in morning batch or weekend batch? Which is batch you're interested?
8:30 a.m. IST.
Yeah, you can expect up to 15 students.
Yeah, I like to have like less students so that I can have like interactive sessions.
Yeah, 15 to 20 students you can expect.
Thank you, Abhishek.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys?
Yeah, hi Abhishek.
Yeah.
Abhishek Janardhan here.
Yeah, hi,
Abhishek,
Jonathan.
I'm having, I'm having quite a good experience in Salesforce CRM.
Yeah.
So recently, Salesforce has acquired Azure DevOps.
Hmm.
So actually, my company is looking for CI/CD pipeline, and configuring those pipeline with the YML kind of thing.
Hmm.
So I learned those things, on the fly by myself through some
Hmm.
videos, but I'm not clear the whole concept. So in this, like, are you teaching all these things like pipeline configuration and
CI/CD pipeline configuration, we are not teaching. This is a data engineering course. This is not the DevOps course. In DevOps course, they teach you CI/CD pipeline configuration, all this, right?
Okay.
So we
Okay.
will teach you data engineering concepts. So if you want to build data engineering pipeline, that is what we'll be teaching you. We won't be
Okay.
teaching you CI/CD concept or like, so don't join this course with the expectation of building CI/CD pipeline. We will teach you basics about CI/CD pipeline, but that's not the basic agenda. The agenda is to learn data engineering. Okay.
Yeah, I got just now I got very much clear idea like what you explained.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
Sir, with the help of this, at the end of this course, will be I be able to crack Microsoft certification like AZ 900 and DP
Yes.
203?
Yes, you can crack.
And how much
So,
package should I, huh?
yeah, yeah, good question. I will explain both of the answer. Give me a moment. Uh, 1 second. So, what are the
So
certification
what are
you
the
can do?
certification you can do?
Can you mute yourself
Can
once?
you mute yourself once?
So, what are the
So
certification you
what are
can
the
do by?
certification you can do by?
I don't know. Can you mute yourself once,
Can you
please?
mute yourself?
I am getting a background noise. Okay. So, what are the certification you can do? You can do AZ 900 certification. You can also do DP 900 certification. You can, this is a free certification, like the fundamental certification, but you can also do associate certification. You can also do professional certification, only some sort of a streaming concept you need to learn, which we will guide you. And you can, this certification is downgraded, but this certification you would have also done. You can also do Fabric certification, and I will guide you with all the certification, right? So you can do 6 certification after doing a program. And what is the salary which you can expect? So let me explain this as well. So the salary which you can expect is, one second. Yeah, this is the salary which you can expect. In India, you can expect up to 15 LPA package if you have 0 to 3 years of experience. 3 to 5 years experience can expect up to 15 to 25 LPA. More than 5 years experience can expect up to more than 25 LPA package. Similarly in US, in Europe. Now our training program which we are offering, uh, right now, we have 3 training program which I was explaining before, right? So yeah, these are the training program which we have: Azure Data Engineering, Databricks Spark, and then combined course 1520 LPA, 1520 LPA, more than 1520 LPA. Now, suppose if you are earning 7 LPA package, you cannot go and ask 20 LPA directly, right? So you need to first ask 10 LPA, then you need to switch to 13 LPA, then you need to switch to 15 LPA, as I have done in the past. So I was earning 3 LPA package, right? Over here, when I was showing, I was earning 3 LPA package, 5 LPA package, but it's not like when I switched my job to Zebia, I directly asked for 16 LPA. It's not like that. In between, I got a job as a fractal in 8 LPA package. Joined L&T Infotab and working at 12 LPA package. Then I like switched to Zebia. So you cannot directly switch, but you can expect that much amount of package. Okay. All right. Anybody has any question, guys?
Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah.
Shashikant is here.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm a mechanical background engineer. So, how can I show the past experience related to data engineering? I have more than 5 years of experience in
What is the
mechanical design.
designation?
Sorry,
What is the
uh,
designation?
a mechanical design engineer.
Okay. Company name. What's the company name? If you can share.
Siemens Energy.
Okay. And in 5 years, you are working as a designer only, mechanical designer only, right?
Right.
So do you, like, I don't know about your job, but can you relate your job with some data field, some analysis, like anything which you can do?
Uh, Basically, one of my friends working with the data, he is doing automation of the uh, some ISO or STM standards. So doing taking PDF of that standards and doing the automation and using in the our project R&D projects.
So you need to relate your job with some data thing, analysis or automation or whatnot, and then you can slowly write your profile that, hey, I was working as an automation engineer, but the data was involved like this. Then I got involved data field. This is how you can portray your profile, and then you learn data engineering with us, right? So you need to make the storyline accordingly.
Storyline
We need to
accordingly.
we need to
We
think
need to
about it,
we need
how you
to
can
think
make the
about it. How
storyline.
you can make the
Like
storyline like
like you need to relate.
you need to relate.
I think
I,
Mozafil, yeah, okay, fine. Please mute yourself. All right. So you need to make your storyline accordingly. You need to relate with the data, whatever work you are doing. You need to relate with data, and then you need to make your storyline accordingly. Like not very straightforward, but yeah, manageable. It can be doable. Okay.
okay, thank you.
Sir,
Okay.
can I say?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I belong to a non-IT background as a mechanical engineer, and right now I'm teaching field. How do I show as a data engineer? I have
Same
got
thing,
10 years of
like,
experience.
yeah, so same, you just asked, right? You're working as a professor or some technical teacher counselor, you said, right?
Okay.
Like, no, you just asked me the question, same question, right? Or you are different, like somebody.
I'm as a mechanical engineer. I'm work as a in college or in
Hmm.
sometimes in other schools.
Hmm. So you need to basically show that you have done this project under a professor, or you have done this project for a college. So this is how you need to portray your
Okay.
profile. Yeah.
So should I expect a package of 15 LP or 7 LP, something like that? Say at least 8.
So you first need to expect the package, what you're earning, plus 30% hike. That is what you have to expect first. Can you get 15 LPA package going forward? Yes, you can go get it. For example, if you are earning 3 LPA, you cannot directly ask 15 LPA. You need to
Okay.
ask 7 LPA first. Once you get 7 LPA, you again use that offer and get 10 LPA package. You cannot go and ask 15 LPA package directly, right? Nobody will give you like that. This is what I was explaining.
Okay.
So suppose when I was earning 3 LPA package with traction, people can give me 5 LPA. But when I want to switch from 5 to 16 LPA, nobody can directly give you, right? So what I did, I got two offer letter in between. I got a job in Fractal and I also got a job in L&T Infotech. Then I got Jizia. Then I again switched to Smith Detection and then got 20 LPA package. So it's a path. It's not like directly you can switch, okay? But it's doable if you learn Azure Data Engineering and you show relevant experience.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Hello, sir. So I've joined other institute like other demo classes as well for other teachers and other institutes. So they are telling us like they are teaching this Airflow, Kafka, and other thing as well, Snowflake as well. So what is this? Is this required for as a data engineer?
See, there are glue as well. There is glue as well. There is Airflow as well. There is DBT as well. There is Snowflake as well. There is Data Factory as well. There is Databricks as well. There is Synapse as well. There is Redshift as well, right? There are many things to learn. The question is, can you learn everything? You cannot learn everything. So what is your experience? Please tell me this. What is your experience?
I have my experience in non-IT field, not in
And
IT
what is
field.
your total experience? Like in non-IT field, what is your
Around
total?
approx 10 to 11 experience. 10 to
10
11
to
years.
20, 10 to 11 experience. And how much is
Right.
your expectation in terms of like salary? How much you're earning and what is your expectation?
Currently, I'm getting around 16 LP in hand.
Yeah, and your expectation is probably 20 LP, right?
Right,
Right.
correct.
So you can do this by learning one of the data movement tools. So data engineering, nothing but data movement, data transformation. You have to really learn data factory and you have to really learn Databricks. If you learn both of them properly, it's enough,
Okay, okay.
right? Because Airflow is similar to ADF, right? Airflow and then Glue is also similar to ADF. That is also data movement tool. So you learn ADF, which is a data migration tool. You learn Databricks, which is a data transformation tool. That is enough. Now if you say that, and that itself will take you 6 months to learn, 4 months I will teach you, 1 month you will revise, and then 1 month you'll find a job. So it will take you 6 months, and you are from non-IT background. Now if you say that, hey, let me learn Airflow, let me learn DBT, let me learn this and that tools, that will just increase your duration of learning. So you will rather learning for 4 months, you learn for 8 months, 9 months. So can you learn this much? Like, it's not required, right? So you basically need to learn,
Mm.
like, you need to learn enough to get a job. Not, you cannot learn everything and get a job, right? So you need to learn
Right.
enough to get a job. So that's the basic ask and that's the basic agenda. I'm not like, I can also make the syllabus like Airflow, DBT. I can increase the syllabus, I can increase the duration, but people lose motivation if I increase the duration while doing a job. People don't learn for long duration of time, right? So it's, you need to really focus on learning relevant skill sets so that you get a job quickly, and then learning is an endless process. I'm still learning nowadays. Okay, so learning is an endless process. You can keep on learning. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody has any job question, please?
Yes, sir. Sir, my current salary is 7.2 LPA, and should I expect 10 LPA after completion of this course?
Yes.
Like AZ 900, what you said, certification AZ 900, DP203, and 900.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sir, will you give the recording of this
Uh,
session?
yeah, you can ping me on WhatsApp and I will give you the recording. All right, guys. Anybody has any question?
Classes will be led by the instructor, right? Not the
Sorry?
recordings.
Yeah, yeah.
Classes,
The classes will be led by instructor. And if you want to purchase the recording only, that also option is there, right? So like these are all the live classes, and then there is a pre-recorded material also which we offer, which is a equivalent 10% discount after a demo for 24 hours. But if you enroll for all these courses, the tutor will teach, like I will come and then I will teach you. Okay.
fine. Thank you.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys? Anybody has any question, guys? All right. So just in summary, Azure Data Engineering program is for someone who doesn't know coding, can start with Data Factory, learn Data Factory, right? Someone who knows basics about coding as well can enroll for this program. It is for someone who has less knowledge, like less experience. For example, 0 years of experience, 1 year of experience, 2 years of experience. Somebody from non-IT background can enroll for this. Databricks is Spark for someone who is looking for a Databricks specific knowledge, right? Combined course space for someone who is experienced professional and then like want to learn both of them, right? So it will go for 4 months. Each of the courses 2 months, right? Now this is the price for it. For Azure Data Engineering batch, there is a morning session which will start from 8:30 a.m. IST. One class is done. We'll send you the recording for this, right? For 30, like an evening batch, 10 to 12 classes done. If you enroll for this, we'll give you the recording. We'll also give you the option to enroll for the attend the future batch. For Databricks Spark, 12th of April, it will start 9 a.m. IST will be the timing. It will is a weekend batch. Combined course 30th of March. It will start from Monday. You can start, right, and then 12th of April you can learn Databricks first, and then you will learn Azure Data Engineering afterwards, right? And this is the fees for this. Now, if you want to enroll for the program, you can use the link and then enroll, right? And if you have any question, you can also ping me on WhatsApp, and I will answer those questions. My WhatsApp number is also there in the chat. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much, and then thank you for the people who enrolled already. See you around if you're enrolling. Bye, guys. Yeah, I have pasted my number in the chat. Kunal, if you're already there, you can get the syllabus from the website. It's available in this website. All right, guys. Thank you so much for attending. See you then. Bye.